Have you ever witnessed a truly authentic portrayal of high school? Most books and movies tend to be saturated with adults who attended high school in the 1900s, or created by individuals who seem to have forgotten what it was like to be a teenager. However, the Field Guide to the North American Teenager sets itself apart. While not perfect, the book captures the essence of the newer generation of high school students. It acknowledges that life doesn't always go according to plan, and emphasizes the importance of adapting to change. Let's start with the cast of this book. The main character of Norris is a complex person who moved from Quebec, Canada to Austin, Texas, and writes in a small notebook given to him on the first day of school by his guidance counselor. This was the catalyst to the climax of the book. Other characters include Liam, the best friend, think Patrick the SpongeBob, or any other best friend on TV who'll help their friend no matter what, a ride or die character. Then there's also the main love interest of the manic pixie dream girl, Artie Puri, who is the one that Norris chases after the whole book and is also the one who exposes him at the climax, but more after that when we go to the plot review. Finally, there's also the true love interest, Maddie, the beta cheerleader who bends to the will of others and who seems to want the best for Norris, until we find out it's because she cares for him and loves him. And because of that, she tries to stop him from being with Artie. This obviously goes south, and now let's go on for a quick plot summary and review. The book begins with simple introductions, and we see Norris coming into a new country and a new school. He makes new friends, makes a life there, and the book makes it seem like now he's enjoying living there more than he liked Canada, with a new hockey team, friends, and getting used to the heat. But then he went to prom with Maddie, because Artie didn't want to, and Maddie confesses her feelings for him, which he reciprocates. So he goes to an after party with her and everything comes to a halt. With him seeing that Artie was cheating on him, making the whole party uncomfortable with her making out with her ex Ian. So he walks over and goes to confront them. Maddie tries to stop him, but he doesn't listen and goes over. She then says, "Aren't you being a little bit of a hypocrite? You're at a prom with someone else." Which is true. He kissed Maddie, but just in private. Still scummy, but nonetheless, it has to progress the plot. Now, with all this out in the open, Artie says some stuff from Norris's field guide, that little notebook I was talking about, that he had let her read, which had many insults towards Maddie when he had first met her. Maddie didn't believe her and left with Norris. She hugs him, but snatches the notebook to see if it was true. And it was, so she cried and left him. Then, out of pain, he decides on the bright idea of getting drunk on some stolen champagne and goes to a payphone. Tells his deadbeat dad off, to which the cops show up and arrest him. He then goes to jail for his mom to pick him up. The next day, his dad flies in and asks him if he wants to go to Canada, to which he says yes. So he makes amends with people and talks to his best friends who told him not to run away from this problem. Has a proper conversation with Artie, making them back to being friends, but he tries talking with Maddie, who just declines. So he's forced to go to the airport. But last second, right before the plane was gonna go off, he's like, "Dad, I want to stay here." So he does. His dad still has to pay for the plane ticket and all the other stuff, but he does. So then he leaves the airport, grabs a cab, and goes straight to her workplace, the boneyard, where he also worked, but it wasn't that important, so it doesn't matter. And apologizes for her accept it, but not go to normalcy. For her words, there needs to be an ab to mistake ratio, and he doesn't have a 16-pack. So the patrol makes him have to work twice as hard to earn that trust back. And that's how the book ends, with an epilogue saying that he's gonna try asking her for prom next year, but it's an epilogue. We don't get any full ending. Alright, here's my final thoughts. The book masterfully weaves these characters together, leaving the reader to wonder what they'll do next. We discover new facets of each character alongside Norris. And even if we realize certain things before him due to his personal biases, side characters like Patrick, or Mr. Harry Armpits as Norris puts it, or Meredith, the main head shield reader, the alpha one if you like to say, who initially appeared to be self-centered, revealed their compassionate sides when pushed, proving that this book actually understands its characters. In the end, there's so many different books, so you just read the book. And in my opinion, this book is fantastic. It evokes emotion and provides a reason to keep reading. Unlike generic high school stories tailored for adults, This book accurately portrays high school life with its blend of drama, miscommunication, adaptation, change, and deceit. It's evident that the author understands how to depict these aspects. Some might argue that the book contains adult topics and should be banned. However, from what I see are genuine aspects of life that most high schoolers already are aware of. Banning it would achieve nothing, and as no one would even notice. Instead, focus on purchasing the book for its engaging plot, character development, and how it keeps you intrigued and curious. For next time,